You steal my breath, I get choked up. You see right through. I'm such a mess, made for your love. I fold into you. In your arms, it's only just us two. Every time I close my eyes, I'm dreaming of you, babe. The way you are, your patient heart, it always gives me grace. Swear I haven't felt this way since I can't remember when. But it's paradise, this must be what it's like to love again.
In the time I've spent with Aspen and Binny, and in the conversations we've had discussing this ceremony, I've seen their commitment to one another. I've seen their faith and trust and their patience. And above all, I've seen the love that these two young people have for each other. So the beginning of the ceremony is where I'm supposed to talk to Binny and Aspen about love, commitment, marriage, about their relationship, about the future they share, about raising a family, growing old together. But as I thought about the things that I might say today, I realized they already have it planned. They already have a roadmap. I'm going to relate to you the things they told me that they feel about those same things: love, commitment, and marriage. Aspen sees marriage as a commitment to always work on improving their relationship, even through the most difficult of times. She sees it as a promise of loyalty and trust, a decision to be one entity, an inseparable force. In their married life, Aspen's looking forward to traveling with Binny to see new places. She looks forward to kids and the connection of parenthood someday. Binny describes marriage as a wholehearted commitment to seeing each other's lives fulfilled, a binding partnership by an unbreakable vow to try their hardest to bring each other happiness and success, a future of having one another's undying support and always pushing to be the best for one another. Binny is glad he's marrying the woman he wants to raise children with. He's looking forward to their growing old together and showing her how intensely he loves her. With this in mind, it's time for them to declare themselves to one another.
From the very first time I saw that smile, Aspen, I knew that you'd move mountains with it. And I promise that it will remain my life's mission to help you brighten the world with it as often as I can. From the beginning, your hands have provided me with a warmth and shelter that I'd never felt from any fire in our home. And I promise that I'll always be there to hold those hands, for comfort, for guidance, or simply as a reminder of how perfectly they fit in my own. Your eyes have always been pure magic to look into. You've shown me that love at first sight is as inexplicable and as magical as it is real. I promise that I will protect you with my life, as I now formally share it with you. My heart has been yours since the moment I first laid eyes on you. I love you, Aspen, with all that I am, and I promise you we're only getting started.
Binny, I'm so grateful that over 6 years ago you decided to reach out to a random girl you had only briefly met on Tumblr. On that day, I had no idea my life would change so drastically. Since then, you've stood by my side through the most incredible and the most difficult moments of my life. A lot of people thought you were crazy when you decided to move across the country for me. Well, it's right, because you are crazy. But you're my crazy, and here we are about to be husband and wife. I vow to work with you as a teammate as we grow through our careers, start a business together, grow a family, and get old together. I vow to be your co-pilot through all of our adventures, and I promise to make our relationship a priority and always work towards being a better spouse. I will be faithful and I will be honest. I will listen to you, share my emotions, and I will stand by you when times get tough. Today and every day, I will love and I will cherish you. I make my commitment to be your companion always, for one lifetime with you will never be enough.
For those who may not be familiar, Hand-fasting ceremonies were done in ancient Celtic lands and recognized that love, like life, is dynamic. As your hands are bound together, so your lives are joined in a union of love and trust. The eternity knot of this binding symbolizes the vows you have made. May this knot of love remain forever tied, and may these hands be blessed. May they always be held by one another. May they have the strength to hold on tightly during the storms of life, and may they remain tender and gentle as they nurture each other. By the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church and the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride.
Mazel tov!
So we want to thank everybody for being here, of course. We sent the engagement photos to my mom and aunts and uncles, and the reoccurring response we got was, boy, you can tell those kids are really in love.
One of the things about friends and family is you've got the family by blood and the family that you choose. And we are very lucky to have a lot of our friends that we choose to become family. And if you look around the room, we have such an amazing family here.
We just want to wish you guys the best of life. You've already started together, and you guys will do great.
We're so blessed to be a part of it.
Binny is a person who is always looking out for others and knows the importance of being a good person and friend. It is an absolute honor he chose me as best man. But Aspen definitely made Binny a better man. Aspen is such a sweetheart with a beautiful soul. The instant I met her in New Mexico, I knew her and Binny were perfect for each other. Both their personalities just play off each other so well. They're just great with each other. Like, I can't say it in other words.
Aspen, you have been the most beautiful and perfect bride. Ever since I met you, you have been the most wonderful friend to me. You've always been there, had my back. I've seen her come out of her shell and glow in the love that they have together. And it is so beautiful to watch. It is so amazing to be here with you guys.
Aspen, I know you've seen how loyal he is. I know you've seen how fiercely protective he is of you and everyone he loves. Maybe one thing you don't know firsthand is how he talks about you when you're not around. And I will tell you, he brags about you every time he mentions your name. And he still talks about you with the kind of excitement you usually only hear like when somebody just had a really great first date. So if you still have that after 6 years, I think that's a pretty clear sign that you guys are built to last. So with that, I want to wish you a lifetime of happiness and welcome you to the family. Cheers.
I just want to say, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the love that Kathy and I share. And na zdrowie.
6 years in, you're still looking at each other the way I saw you guys look at each other when you sat down to sign that lease in 2017. And then when I showed up the next year and the next year and the year after that, and the months I spent by you guys, and that look has never faded. My blessing to you guys is that look never, ever, ever fades. 6 years, 16 years, 60 years, I want you guys to look at each other like that forever, and I think you will. Binny Aspen, raise your glass. It's an honor and a pleasure, guys. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Before anything else, I want to thank Chuck and Sheila. Your openness to Binny and to myself and to my wife has been absolutely beyond anything we could ever expect or imagine, and I am so happy to be related to you. Aspen, you make my life difficult. Until 5 hours ago, I had a clear, favorite, wonderful daughter-in-law. Now I have two, and that is tough, but wonderful. You've accomplished an incredible amount in your young life, as everybody has said before. You've become a CPA at a ridiculously young age, and you've accomplished something at a young age that I will never do, and not even sure I want to do. You voluntarily chose to become an Axelman. You have inspired Binny, you have stretched him, you have taken all the wonderful, wonderful things in him and made him just want to be better, 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 better. So the thing I want to talk about Binny the most, your single-minded love for Aspen, your dedication to her has been so strong, you have never, ever in 6.5 years veered off your love for this girl. It bodes incredibly, incredibly well for the two of you. Super proud to have you as an Axelman, and I will leave it at that.
Binny and I are very close. We grew up together. The way you two look at each other, and every time I see you guys together, it's crazy. And it's inspiring. You're a little brother, but you can inspire me too. If I could be as good a husband as you are being already for the last 5 hours, I'll be in good shape. Just keep defying the odds. Keep proving people wrong. Let the haters be your motivators. Keep having fun. And just keep loving each other. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be a part of this, and thank you for having me.
Is the lightning dances on the coast. Headed to the ocean, giving up her ghost. Listen for the quiet of the world after we go. Maybe we could try to go back to before, but we're running out of time, yeah, we're running out. I know. Just a war for us to fight. So come on, brothers and lovers with fire in your eye. You gotta get up on the darkness to shine a little light. Yeah, you gotta hold a little hope.